Hi, dear students. Welcome again and good morning. In the last lecture, we have discussed about what is the software engineering, what the definition of a software engineering, and we have also discussed that the software engineering is a layered approach, and in the software engineering, there are various layer, and the one of the layer is process models or process. So and what are the various, what is the process and what is a general framework of these process. And we have also discussed the various activities that are participate in a process, and there are a various umbrella activities that is also participate throughout the project and development of a software. Now we have discussed more in detail that what is the process models. These process models are the one of the basis of software engineering, and before developing any product and any software product, we need to thoroughly need to understand the what is the process model and why we need to understand those. So today we will discuss a generic process model. What is the process flow? We also take an example and identify the various task sets, some process pattern and assessment and improvements. So we start with the process model. First, we need to understand the what is the process model. So we need to first understand that to build any software product, we have to go through a series of various steps. The purpose of these series of steps are these save the time and the cost to developing a product, and it is also if we follow the some series of steps, then it will also uh, developing a high quality product. So three things we need to take care, that is it save the time, it save the overall cost, and it is also developed a high quality product. And who use those process, these process model and these process are used by the various stakeholders, the one upon the important stakeholders are the software engineers, the software analyst and managers, and other the stakeholders are the end clients, the customers, the company the for which we are creating the software. So the company's various employees, for example the clerical staff, managerial staffs. Why we use, why we use this process model? Because it control and organize the overall the activities of the various activities of the process to creating a software. Otherwise if we not follow and the process, then the development of a software will be very chaotic and the very cumbersome to manage. So the basic purpose of the to control and organize the various activities of our software development. Yes, it is right that there are some flexible methods available in the companies, IT companies, that are not follow the exact and the strict rule of these control and organization of activities. These flexible process methods, also called the agile methods. What steps to require to follow? The steps are depending on the project type, whether this project and the software are created for a simple website, or this is a very complex aircraft navigation systems. So it depends the various steps, and it's differ project to project. And what are the various work product? These are the various programs, documents and data. These are the outcome of the various tasks and various actions and various activities in the process of a developing a software. So how do I ensure that am I doing right? The number of there are various mechanics are available to assess these process models, and these are called the maturity, and the indicators and some measurement of these maturity are the one important is the quality, time, and the long term viability. So now we discuss about a generic process model. So what is a process? A process or a software process is a framework uh, for activities, actions, and tasks that are required to build a high quality software. As we have seen in the diagram, the software process is a process framework that contains the various umbrella activities, and in these under these umbrella activities it will contain the activity 1, activity 2, activity 3, and activity n. And in each activity there is action 1, action 2, action 3, and action k, and there are a various task sets. These task sets may be a work task, work product, quality assurance points, or a project milestone, and etc. So this is the a generic framework of a process models. What now we discuss about the what is an activity. The activities are the populated by these actions. What is an action? An action is defined by a task sets. And what is the task? These tasks are the works that need to be completed and the work product that are produced, and various quality assessment points and assured, and the various milestones. No, we already have discussed in the last lectures that there are a number of activities and also the generic activities that are the communication, planning, modeling, construction, and deployment. I am also called them in short to remember that the CPMCD. So, and there are a various umbrella activities that are the project tracking and control, risk management, quality assessment, configuration management, technical review, and the various other, etc. So, now we discuss about the process flow. So, process flow, that means how to these activities, the inside these actions and inside these tasks, how to these organize within this given framework with respect to the sequence and time. बहुत ही सिंपल है ना कि पहली कौन सी एक्टिविटी आएगी और बाद में कौन सी एक्टिविटी आएगी, क्या एक्टिविटी साथ साथ चलेगी या वन आफ्टर टू अनदर आएगी. तो वेरी सिंपल, देर आर ए वेरियस प्रोसेस फ्लो, लीनियर प्रोसेस फ्लो, iterative process flow, evolutionary process flow, and the parallel process flow. We have seen in this diagram in number 1 the linear process flow. In the linear process flow, the all the activities will be in sequence one after the another. Simply, the first they will start the communication. If the communication is completely finished, then we will start the planning. If planning is completely finished, then we will start modeling, then after construction, and finally we will deploy the all the product to the customer sites. So this is the one of the process flow. Another process flow is a iterative process flow. In the iterative process flow, we repeat either one or the more activities before proceed to the next. That in we have seen in the diagram that we start with the communication, then we complete the then we go for the planning. Before the planning, we again recycle to the communication until we it's a cycle will we go in the communication planning. In between, then finally we go the modeling. In the modeling, we again go modeling and modeling and modeling. It is again a loop, and then we go for the construction. Again, if it is not completed, then we'll again go loop to the communication, and finally we go to the deployment. So this is the iterative process. We already know the programming features, so we know what is the loop and how the things are in go in cycling manner. And another is the evolutionary process flow. In the evolutionary process flow, it is the completely a one circular manner. Yani we have to complete a one circle and a circular. Each time we complete a one circle, then it will produce a the first some for example a first version of a product. Then in a next version it will produce a next version of a product. So we can say we already know the version 1 of a Microsoft Word, version 2 of a Microsoft Word, version 3 of a Microsoft Word. Each time in the first version there are a few features of a Microsoft Word. Then we evolve in the next cycle, it will be a some more advanced features of a uh, Microsoft Word. So this is the evolutionary process. And finally, we go for a parallel process flow. In parallel process flow, the activities execute one or with the parallelly. In visible in the uh, parallel process flow, the communication. Then in parallel to the communication, there will be a modeling. So the communication and the planning can be parallel with a modeling. After completing of the three activities, the next further we have to construct. That means we create the code and testing those code in the construction, and finally it will be end with the deployment. So this is the process flow. And now we take an example identifying the task. So a task set, I define the actual work to be done to accomplish the objective of a software engineering action, a list of tasks to be accomplished, a list of work product to be produced, and list of quality assurance filters to be applied. So if you are a software company, you are running a software company, and some for example like the engineering college Ajmer or a State Bank of India, and any customer requested to you develop a software for them. Then for example we here understand and grasps that what is the activities, action, and the task set are here. So the one of the important activities are here, that the communication CPMCD. So the communication is the first activity you need to carry it out. Communication activities. So what is the action to be taken in this communication? The one of the action can be taken and carried out in this communication phase is the phone conversation with these various stakeholders. This is just not a phone conversation. There need to be much more you have to do with that. So the action, the typical action is the talk to the various customers and various stakeholders. So what to do? What are the various tasks in this action, phone conversation action? The various task set are the number one task set is you have to contact on the phone to all the stakeholders, including the SBI manager, the SBI clerks, the SBI marketing persons, and you have also talked to if you are running a TCS, then you have to also talk to various programmers, various analysts. So these are the various stakeholders. Discuss with them. The second activity is you have to note them each and every requirement that is requested by the SBI, and organize those requirements in a very in a English statement, and email those English statements or discussed requirement to the SBI for their approval, that this is the product we are going to develop for you. So these are the small task set. So I think you get my point. What is the activities, what are the actions, and what are the various task set. Now we discuss that process pattern. So process pattern describe a process related problems that is encountered during a software engineering work, identify the environment in which the problem has been encountered, and we have to suggest one or more proven solution to the problems. So these are process patterns: stage pattern, task pattern, and phase patterns. And this is the important process assessment. So here existence of a process merely not sufficient to give a guarantee that you have finish your end product of a software on time, and it will also meet your customer requirements. It will not give anyhow a guarantee. So what need to do? We need to follow to some technical characteristics that leads the quality. What is these technical quality? These technical qualities are called the process assessment and improvements. So these are the four process assessment and improvement qualities are created by the standard software companies. So we need not to remember those. Just a quick look. That first is the standard CMMI assessment method for the process improvement. Another is the CMM based appraisal for the internet process improvement, SPICE, and ISO 9000 2000 for software. So today we close here, and thank you very much.